Hey guys, hello and welcome back to another video of Vincent Films. My name is Vincent and I'm still trying to break the record of most films seen in a cinema in 1 year. And today's day 147 or 8, I'm not certain, I think it's 47. And I'm now at 314 films seen, so I'm doing great time. Now, there's not going to be a video next week because I'm taking a week off from films and I need it. So I wanted to try this week to do see as many movies that I could. But unfortunately, instead of reaching the 19 that I had scheduled, I only could see 16 because it was my own fault. Because on Monday evening, I got to the theater after work and I looked up at the schedule and found out that actually the two films that I had scheduled to see that evening were screening on Tuesday, not on Monday, so I screwed up on this part. So I went home and didn't watch two movies, and the next day I was supposed to see two movies as well. I watched the first one at about 8 p.m. and the other one was at 10:20 p.m. so only starting at 10:35 and would have ended at like 12:20, and then it was far away, so by the time I'd gotten home I would have been just a mummy. Anyway, so I only watched 16 films this week. Still pretty okay, I think. Not too bad. But the thing is, yesterday one funny fact happened. One fun story is that while I got out of the film that I saw, which was Peggy Guggenheim, which is a very interesting documentary that I can only recommend, for every film, I think I said so 2 weeks ago, is that for every film I need witness statements by two people. And so when I got out of that film, the two employees that were witnesses for me, one of them had already filled it out and signed and gave it to me, and the other one actually didn't have time to do anything, so I stayed and waited because he was too busy with the customers and everything. And so I waited, and waiting was the best thing that could have happened to me that night, because at some point there's a customer that came and he had actually been there before that evening but without any money. So when he wanted to buy his tickets, he couldn't buy anything because he didn't have any money, so I had to go home and come back, and so he was almost missing the movie, at least the start, and he was pissed. And apparently one of the employees told me that he's mental, really crazy, regular, that is just insane. And so he came to in the line for at the checkpoint to get the tickets checked, and he was pissed because there were two people in front of him and he wasn't moving as fast as he would have wanted to. And so the two people passed, and then it was his turn. There was a manager, there was one employee, there was two employees and me. And so he passed and he just threw the ticket at the manager on the table at the checkpoint and passed, and the manager took the ticket and said, "Wait a minute, please come back here." And so the customer turned around, "What do you want? What do you need? I've got a ticket, I paid for it, I want to go. You need to get your ticket back." And so the guy just grabbed the ticket, took it, and just tore the ticket in half and wanted to leave. And then the manager goes back, "Please sir, come back." He said, "What do you want? I want to see the movie, I'm going to miss it." And so the manager, very calm, but then he just went, "Okay, you want to see the movie? You want to see the movie?" The customer says, "Yeah, I want to see the movie." "Okay, go see the movie." And so the customer leaves, and then the manager turns to us and he says, "Well, good luck with that." And then beneath his ticket for the movie was another ticket that was for the 3D glasses that the manager just wanted to give him, but he didn't get. So we were patiently waiting for the guy to come back, and 5 minutes later the guy came, pissed again, and he just came in from afar. He shouted 3D glasses, and then he came to the table and just grabbed one of the glasses that was lying around and went, and the manager this time just, "Wait sir," and then he with the security guard just went after him, and they started screaming in the staircase. And then the customer just came back to the front and said, "I want to talk to the manager." And then the manager said, "Well, that's me." And he said, "That can't be." "And yet it's me, sorry. I'm gonna come back tomorrow." And so he storms out, and the manager turns to us and he says, "Well, I can come back tomorrow, it's still gonna be me." So that was fun. And then the manager turned towards me and said, "Well, sorry about that." And I could only say, "Well, don't be sorry, I was entertained." So there you go. But we want to talk about movies, and there's not much time, so let's just quickly talk about one film that I thoroughly enjoyed this week, and that was War for the Planets of the Apes. Even though the title, spoiler alert, the title is just a bit misleading, but otherwise this film, I was pleasantly surprised. I knew the film was good, that it had great critical response, about 92, 93 on Rotten Tomatoes. But this film, the third one in the trilogy, directed by Matt Reeves, and let me tell you, Matt Reeves is directing the next Batman movie, and I'm very much looking forward to this, because the way this film was directed, War for the Planet of the Apes, was just amazing. I mean, the acting was great, the scripts, there were many scenes that were very intense, very well written, that I was really impressed by, and the dialogues and the exchanges and the performance and the way it was directed, the camera movements, the setup, all of this, and the story itself was okay, but like I said, the title was a tiny bit misleading, and it wasn't exactly what I was expecting it to be. Like, it wasn't The Hobbit, the Battle of the Five Armies, which some people might have expected to some degree, but it still was a great story, very interesting, with interesting characters and great interaction, and very original in the way it was told. And I can only recommend that you see this movie if you get a chance, because it is worth watching for several reasons. Anyway, so other movies that were great, but can't talk about them today. So that was it for today. Sorry for taking this much time to talk about the story that I witnessed. It was thoroughly entertaining, and I'll tell you what happens next time if I go back to that theater and that the customer came back. Anyway, so I'll see you not next week, but in 2 weeks. Until then, thanks for watching. Salut!